You know what? At some point, I'm just fed up with this cat because Jeff Hardy is one of these people that you used to like in the Attitude Era, in the WWF, in the WWE, TNA, and now All Elite Wrestling. Has gotten himself into trouble plenty of times. Why am I not surprised by this? Because it's been documented plenty of times by the media. How many more chances has society given Jeff Hardy? I literally need some answers to this, y'all. So, you already see the title of this video, and you already see the title of this article. So, there is an update to this story, but still, Jeff Hardy is a ticking time bomb. This guy just cannot stop getting himself into trouble. Plus, he's pushing 50 soon. Well, not yet at least. But at some point, you're gonna have to come to grips and realize that you cannot do the things that you used to do in your days in the WWF /E for that matter. You've already had multiple injuries, multiple DUI charges. Because to me, this seems like a cry for help, or a person that is begging God to take his life. That's what it seems like to me. According to the Florida records, AEW's Jeff Hardy was booked today, June 13th, on 3 charges: violating restrictions placed on his driver license, driving with a suspended or revoked license, and driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol. The final one is his 3rd such charge in the last 10 years. Good Lord. Jeff Hardy needs to stop wrestling. This guy needs professional help. Like, there's no point of trying to convince people to get clean if they don't want to. JR tried it. The WWE tried it. Any wrestling promotions try to get this nigga help. And I'm sorry if I said the N-word, but still, this guy has a history of drug and alcoholism. So the best thing for you to do is just go on about your life, because sometimes you cannot help those who do not want the help. And if they want to continue down this path, so be it. 24-year-old former WWE champion has a long history of addiction. It was suspected as being the reason he walked out of during a house show match last year, leading to WWE issuing an ultimatum that he get help or be released. After he left the company, Hardy and his brother Matt maintained the incident was not caused by the relapse, stating that drug tests Jeff took at the time came back clean. After apparently suffering a concussion and a match at Double or Nothing pay-per-view last month, Jeff has been out of action for AEW. He and Matt are scheduled to face Jurassic Express in the ladder match for the AEW Tag Team Championship on Dynamite this Wednesday. Neither AEW or the Hardys have commented on this morning's incident. Look, I don't watch AEW like I used to. I just kind of fell off of watching any wrestling promotion, Raw, SmackDown, AEW, etc. I've just been busy making content, doing my own thing. I mean, unless I do some reactions, I'll probably just look at some highlights, but not watch the whole show live streaming. But at some point, Jeff Hardy has a history of drug and alcohol abuse, and I don't know when this whole thing started with this. Because here's the thing, if I remember correctly, this whole thing started with him doing this in the WWE when he was spiraling out of control. So this doesn't really surprise me because I feel like any wrestling promotion Jeff Hardy ends up in, he's going to continue to do it again, regardless. A grown man that is struggling with addiction needs to stop. He's 44 years old, and if he continues this behavior, he's going to end up, and I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, he's going to end up taking his own life. I just smell it. When people struggle with addiction, ends up committing suicide. Because as many times people have tried to help those who specifically doesn't want the help, it is so obvious to me that Jeff Hardy is a ticking time bomb. Alright, so here's the update from ESPN. Per the Florida Highway Patrol arrest report on Jeff Hardy, a white car was seen swerving and running off the roadway Monday around 12:30 a.m. when the officer made a traffic stop and engaged Hardy. The wrestler seemed to be drunk and confused. That's what it says right here to me. Once he left this car, Hardy was unsteady and smelled of alcohol, per the report. Once he left his car, Hardy was unsteady and smelled of alcohol, per the report. Officers, through conversation, learned Hardy has been drinking. Hardy could not complete any proportion of sobriety exercise successfully or without risk of falling. The officer wrote in the report. Officers administered a breath test, and Hardy's first sample read 0.294 of blood alcohol content. A second sample read 0.291. The legal limit to drive in Florida is 0.08 point. Wow. So his blood alcohol level is increasing sky high. And not to mention, this person just cannot seem to get himself together. I sometimes feel like in life, when people don't want the help, you're gonna have no choice but to not say or do anything, because when people do stuff like this, it is so obvious to me that Jeff Hardy is gonna end up losing a life if he doesn't get himself together. I mean, based on the report and the information we're getting, it seemed that he was driving out of control in Florida. Once he got pulled over, he tried to walk the line, which he failed to do, which I'm assuming that he already failed. And not to mention, his blood levels are skyrocketing like crazy. 0.294, 0.291. Like, that's a total of a 0.08 point. So that lets me know that Jeff Hardy, like, this guy is going down the wrong path. So my advice to anybody who is in the wrestling industry, don't be Jeff Hardy. Get the help you need before it's too late. I don't care how old you are, get it before it's too late. Like I said. So now that we know that he failed multiple alcohol breath tests, I think it's obvious to me that Jeff Hardy is going to end up losing his wrestling career. I wonder if Jeff Hardy has kids. That's what I'm wondering. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, I'm not sure, but I wonder what they're going to be thinking of their father to know that their dad is not the person that he is, because he's been exposed so many times thanks to the internet. So that's just my thoughts on the whole Jeff Hardy situation. I do wish him nothing but the best. I hope that he can somehow get clean and just stay out of trouble. But at the end of the day, I stand by what I said. These are my opinions. Feel free to disagree with what I said. If I'm wrong, please let me know. Let's have an open discussion about it. So yeah, I'm out of here.